Hi, in this video I am going to demonstrate how to complete challenge number 10, which is the glow text effect. So you're going to have some type of calm water. You're going to type in your name, you're going to put a double glow around it, and then you're going to add a reflection over the water, okay? So you're going to do all those things. So the first thing you're going to do is Google and get some type of water image, puddle, lake, ocean, etc. I typed in calm ocean waves and I downloaded an image. You're going to go ahead and open it in Photoshop. So I'm going to go to Photoshop. I've already downloaded mine. So I'm going to go to Open, Calm Ocean Waves. I'm going to click on T for my text tool. I'm going to draw a text box. I'm going to type my first name, and then I'm going to just change the size and the color. It should be something that complements the color of the water or your picture. Okay, I'm going to use my move tool, and I'm going to move it so it's kind of, looks like it's between the soft waves and the big waves. And then you have to rasterize your layer. Remember, once you rasterize, you can't edit your text, so make sure there's no spelling errors. You don't want to change the font and or color or any of that. Okay, I'm going to go down to my layer section. I'm going to right click and I'm going to rasterize my type. Okay, now I'm going to go to FX in the bottom and I'm going to choose outer glow down here at the bottom right corner. Okay, remember, if this box is covering up your image, just move it over to the side. You're going to choose a color for your glow. So I'm going to go somewhere in the lighter section here. And then I'm going to click OK. And then you should adjust the opacity if you need to. Blend mode, sometimes normal is the best. So you can adjust the opacity, you can adjust the spread, you can adjust the size, and then you can kind of see my glow. I think it's too dark. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lighten that a little bit. That might be too light. Now it's lighter than my letters. Okay, maybe something like that. Okay, I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click OK. Okay, you're going to duplicate your layer and you're going to create a second glow. So right click, duplicate layer. You can name it layer 2 or whatever. I'm just going to leave it as copy. Now, notice how the copy layer, if you look in the bottom right in the layer section, it has outer glow already attached to it. To change it, you just have to double click on these words, double glow, outer glow, double click on that. It'll bring up the box. I would like this to be a darker glow, and it's almost going to look like it's an outline around the letters. So I'm going to do, so now it's thick because we haven't changed the size and the spread yet. Once you choose a lighter color, or a darker color, bring the spread in, bring the size in to smaller, and you can kind of see now I have an outline around my letters. That's kind of what I'm looking for, okay? I'm going to click OK. Now we have to create our reflection. Okay, so I'm going to right click again. I'm going to duplicate my layer. This one I am going to rename. I'm going to rename it reflection so I know that that's my reflection layer. Okay, so now I have a reflection layer. Okay, I'm going to watch where my mouse is going. I'm going to go up to the top left corner. I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to go to transform. And then way at the bottom, I'm going to flip vertical. Vertical is up and down, so flip vertical. Okay, your name should appear upside down. Use your move tool on your toolbar. Drag it so it's below your other name. And then what we're going to do is we're going to apply a filter. We're going to use that liquify that we used to mess up people's faces earlier when we were practicing. We're going to use that liquify and we're going to make it look like the reflection is kind of on the waves of the water. So you're going to go up to filter. You're going to choose liquify. And it's going to open kind of in a new screen here. The best tool to use for this is this fourth one down that says twirl clockwise. So click on that tool. And then if your circle's not big enough or if you need to adjust your brush size, go ahead and adjust the size in the top right over here. And you're literally just going to hold your mouse down on different parts of the letters, and you're going to see them kind of taking on some like wavy. Again, I'm just holding my mouse down, and it's kind of making these letters change shapes a little bit. Okay. So just hold them down on each part of your letters, different parts of your letters, to make it look like they have a little wave effect going on. And then when you are happy with it, in the bottom right corner, click OK, and you can see your letters are now wavy. Now, it still doesn't look natural, so we're going to do two other things. Okay? In the bottom right in our layer section, we're going to go to opacity, and we're going to lower the opacity, and you can just kind of play around with it until you get a opacity that you like, because it would be more of a shadow, right? So you want to lower it. And then the last thing you can do is go back up to the top left, go to edit, go back to transform, go to skew, And then if you grab this corner sizing handle, this one in the bottom right, you can kind of move your text over, and then you can do the same thing down here and kind of move it over, and then I'll click the check mark, and this looks like a perfect document. I am very happy with it. So the first thing I would do is go to Save As. I like to name mine, so I'm going to name it Challenge 10. If you can save to the clouds, great. If you can't save to the cloud, go ahead and save to your downloads folder. And then, of course, you will export it. Do a quick export as a PNG, and then save it. And then when you go back to your downloads folder, and then when you go back into Canvas, make sure that you click on the rocket chip to submit, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, good luck with this one.